life will knock you down, but here's the truth: they don't teach you how to get back up. Let me tell you something: the lessons that matter the most, they don't come wrapped in textbooks or handed to you on a silver platter. They come through sweat, tears, and moments when you think, I can't go on. But those are the moments that define you. Success isn't a straight line, it's a maze of twists, turns, and unexpected detours. People often paint success as a simple path: set a goal, work hard, and achieve it. But the reality is much more complex. You'll face setbacks that test your patience, failures that shake your confidence, and moments of doubt where the dream feels impossibly far away. Imagine climbing a mountain. The summit looks clear from the bottom, but as you climb, you encounter rocky trails, sudden storms, and obstacles that force you to recalibrate your path. Each step forward might feel like 2 steps back, and sometimes you have to take an entirely different route to keep going. What makes this journey so challenging is that nobody hands you a map. You're forced to navigate through trial and error, learning as you go. Some days it feels like you're wandering aimlessly, but those moments of uncertainty are where you discover your resilience. It's where you figure out how to pivot, adapt, and create your own way forward. Along this unpredictable journey, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing your progress to others. You might look at someone else's success and think they've had it easier or faster, but what you don't see is their behind-the-scenes struggle, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, and the doubts they faced. This winding path is not a punishment, it's preparation. Every detour sharpens your skills, builds your character, and teaches you lessons you didn't even know you needed. Success isn't just about reaching the goal, it's about who you become along the way. Pain is a prerequisite for growth because nothing truly transformative happens without discomfort. Growth demands that you step outside the familiar, leaving behind what feels safe and comfortable. It's in the stretching, the breaking, and the rebuilding that you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Pain isn't a punishment, it's a signal that you're evolving. Think about the process of building muscle. To grow stronger, your muscles must first endure tiny tears through exertion. It's in the healing of those tears that strength is built. The same principle applies to life. Whether it's emotional, physical, or mental, pain creates the space for something new to take shape. Pain forces you to confront the hard truths about yourself, the habits you need to break, the mindsets you need to shift, and the fears you need to overcome. It's through these struggles that clarity emerges, helping you understand what truly matters and what doesn't. Growth doesn't come from avoiding pain, it comes from facing it head on and pushing through it. In the moments of pain, you often find the greatest opportunities for transformation. It strips away the superficial and exposes your raw potential. It forces you to dig deep, finding resilience you didn't know you had. It's not about seeking pain, but recognizing that when it shows up, it's a doorway to becoming the version of yourself you've always been capable of becoming. Not everyone will clap for your wins, and that's okay because not everyone is meant to understand or celebrate your journey. The truth is, success often highlights what others feel they lack. Your achievements can become a mirror, reflecting their insecurities, fears, or unfulfilled dreams. This isn't about you, it's about what they see in themselves when they see you rise. Some people might envy your success because they don't see the hard work, sacrifices, or setbacks you've endured to get there. They only see the finished product, not the blood, sweat, and tears it took to build it. It's easier for them to criticize or stay silent than to acknowledge your effort, especially if they've been stagnant in their own lives. Then there are those who may feel threatened by your progress, fearing that your elevation will leave them behind. These are the people who may downplay your achievements or dismiss them as luck. Their lack of support can feel like a betrayal, especially if they're people you care about, but it's a reflection of their own limitations, not yours. In life, it's important to remember that validation from others isn't a requirement for your success. Some people won't cheer for you simply because your success doesn't align with their expectations or values. That's not your burden to carry. Every step forward you take is for you, not for their applause. Discipline will take you further than motivation ever will, because discipline doesn't rely on how you feel, it relies on what you commit to. Motivation is fleeting, it comes in waves, sparked by a burst of inspiration or a moment of excitement. It feels powerful in the beginning, but the reality is it fades when the work gets hard or the results aren't immediate. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you moving forward when motivation runs out. Think about it. Anyone can start something when they feel motivated, but it's the disciplined person who finishes. Discipline is about showing up every day, even when you're tired, unmotivated, or questioning whether it's all worth it. It's about doing what needs to be done, not because you want to, but because you've made a decision to see it through. Discipline builds habits, and habits shape your life. While motivation is an emotion, discipline is a muscle. It grows stronger every time you choose to act, despite resistance. It's what gets you out of bed when you'd rather hit snooze. It's what makes you keep practicing when everyone else has given up. It's what allows you to focus on the bigger picture, even when the immediate reward isn't there. Where motivation relies on external triggers to keep you going, discipline comes from within. It's rooted in your values, your goals, and your commitment to yourself. Discipline doesn't make excuses, it makes progress. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment, it creates the moment through consistent effort. The company you keep will shape the heights you reach, because the people around you have a profound influence on your mindset, your choices, and your future. Whether you realize it or not, the energy of those you spend time with can either propel you forward or hold you back. If you surround yourself with people who settle for mediocrity, who are content with the status quo, you'll begin to adopt that same mindset. Your growth will be limited by their limitations. On the other hand, if you choose to surround yourself with individuals who are driven, who challenge you to think bigger, and who are constantly pushing their own boundaries, you'll find that you rise to meet their standards. The right people will stretch your thinking, ignite your ambitions, and encourage you to step into the best version of yourself. They will hold you accountable, remind you of your potential when you forget, and celebrate your victories as though they're their own. Your circle determines your trajectory. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Growth requires that you surround yourself with those who know more, who have done more, and who can show you a higher path. When you constantly engage with individuals who challenge your thoughts, expand your perspective, and inspire you to work harder, your environment becomes a catalyst for your success. The energy of your circle is contagious. It can either lift you higher or drag you down. If you're constantly around people who complain, who make excuses, or who shy away from taking risks, their negativity can subtly seep into your own mindset. But when you surround yourself with people who are hungry for success, passionate about their goals, and unafraid of the work it takes to achieve them, you'll find that your drive and determination become unstoppable. Failure is not the opposite of success as part of it, because every successful person has faced failure, and it's through those failures that they learned, grew, and ultimately succeeded. We often see success as a destination, a final result that we arrive at after a smooth and steady climb. But in reality, success is a series of failures that are navigated, learned from, and used as stepping stones to reach the next level. Failure is the moment when you gain the most insight into your strengths, weaknesses, and what you're truly capable of. When things don't go as planned, you're forced to confront the truth of what worked and what didn't. It's a reality check that reveals the areas where you need to improve. Without failure, you wouldn't have the clarity or the grit to keep pushing forward. When you fail, it's not a reflection of your potential, it's a lesson in disguise. Every time you fall short of your expectations, you learn something invaluable about your approach, your strategy, or your mindset. You discover the areas where you need more preparation, more practice, or a different perspective. Success is rarely the result of getting everything right on the first try. It's about constantly recalibrating, reassessing, and trying again, using failure as the fuel for improvement. The fear of failure often holds people back from trying, but it's this very fear that prevents growth. Embracing failure allows you to release the pressure of perfection and realize that it's the attempt, the effort, and the lessons learned that matter most. Every failure brings you one step closer to where you want to be, teaching you resilience, perseverance, and determination. Success is not a straight path. It's a journey full of missteps, mistakes, and moments of doubt, all of which are necessary for the process of truly achieving greatness. Dreams demand action because without action, they remain nothing more than wishes, empty thoughts that linger in the mind but never materialize into reality. You can dream all day about the life you want, the success you want to achieve, but unless you take the first step, the second step, and every step after that, those dreams will remain locked in your imagination. Action is the key that unlocks the door to your aspirations. It's the difference between someone who fantasizes about a better life and someone who actively builds one. Excuses, on the other hand, demand regret. They are the easy way out the stories we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort, to keep ourselves in our safe, familiar zone. But in the end, excuses don't make our lives better. They rob us of the opportunity to try, to learn, to grow. Every time you make an excuse, you delay your progress, and over time, you start to realize that the opportunities you missed and the potential you wasted are replaced by nothing but regret. Regret is the cost of inaction, the feeling that you could have done more, should have done more, but you let fear, doubt, and complacency stop you. Dreams are a call to action. They require you to push past your comfort zone, to face your fears, and to confront the unknown. They demand persistence, resilience, and the courage to keep going even when the road gets tough. Excuses, however, allow you to stay stuck in the same place, spinning your wheels while watching others move forward. They make it easy to give up before you even start, whispering to you that it's too hard, too risky, too late. But the only thing too hard, too risky, or too late is the regret you'll feel when you realize you didn't try at all. If you want to live your dream, you have to put in the work, face the challenges head on, and refuse to let excuses hold you back. Dreams are earned through action, not by waiting for the perfect moment or for the stars to align. The moment you take action, no matter how small, you start moving towards your dream. And as long as you keep moving, you can never be trapped in the prison of regret. Your story won't be easy, but it will be worth it because every struggle, every challenge, and every setback you face is building something greater within you. The road to success is rarely smooth. It's filled with obstacles that force you to grow, to adapt, and to overcome. When you decide to pursue something meaningful, you are stepping into the unknown, where comfort and certainty no longer exist, but it's in that space where you have to dig deep, where you have to stretch beyond what you thought was possible, that real transformation occurs. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits, ask you to sacrifice, and demand that you keep going when you feel like giving up. There will be days when it feels like you're failing, when nothing seems to be going your way, and when the weight of it all makes you question if it's even worth it. But it's in those moments of difficulty that the seeds of your greatest triumphs are planted. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to rise above it, to become stronger, smarter, and more resilient than you were before. The worth of your story isn't determined by how easy it is or by how quickly you reach the finish line. It's measured by the growth, the lessons, and the wisdom you gain along the way. What will make your story worth it is not the destination, but the person you become in the process of chasing your dreams. It's about learning to embrace the struggle, understanding that each obstacle is a necessary part of your journey, and knowing that the pain and hardship will make the victory that much sweeter. The best stories are not the ones without challenges, but the ones that show how someone faced adversity head on and refused to quit. It's not the ease of the journey that gives it value, but the strength, the courage, and the perseverance it takes to keep moving forward. Your story will be filled with moments of doubt and hardship, but it will also be filled with moments of triumph, growth, and deep fulfillment. Your journey will be a reflection of your resilience, your determination, and your willingness to face the hard truths that life throws at you. It won't always be easy, but each challenge you encounter is a vital part of your growth. The lessons learned in times of struggle will shape you into the person who not only achieves greatness, but understands the true value of it. So embrace the difficulties, push through the setbacks, and keep moving forward. Because when you look back, you won't regret the journey. You'll be proud of the strength it took to turn your dreams into reality.